Hello and welcome to the vlog, and the first of what I hope will be an occasional series on narrowboat innovations and developments in technology. Of course, going back a couple of hundred years, the canals were very much at the forefront of technology. Just as today we have the dot-com mania, so 200 years ago there was the canal mania, with people rushing to invest in these newfangled things. Well, now what is happening? What's around on the canals that is new and innovative? And for this, I'm very pleased to be joined by our special guest. This is Professor Oliver Lia. And Professor, you've got a bit of a plan for where we are now. This is the Newbold Tunnel. Just give me the gist of what you're going to be innovating here.
Well, we've had an idea to put in a boat wash. It's not something that's a new concept. There are washes on coastal marinas and ports all over the world, and even the Royal Navy have state-of-the-art submarine washes. So why not put one on the canal network?
Well, that would be very useful, of course. I mean, my own boat gets covered in grime and bird mark and stuff dribbling down from the side of the stove. Certainly, I would appreciate someone who could wash my boat for me. And goodness only knows this is a good spot for it. Everyone knows as you go through a tunnel, you get dripped on. It's almost like the boat should be washed as you're going through.
Absolutely. The tunnels themselves lend themselves to a chamber for boat washing. So when we stumbled across the idea to put a boat wash in on the canal network, the tunnel was the ideal candidate for the job.
Now, hang on a minute. You mean to say that what you're actually planning is to put water jets and a wash inside the tunnel?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to mechanise the washing process. Robotic arms will come in and wash the boat. There'll be sensors to protect the more sensitive areas of the boat, and it will all be transported along on an overhead winch cable, continuous loop.
No, but hang on a minute. Any boater going through, they're going to be standing on the back of the boat. They're going to get very damp.
Well, possibly, but they can wear coats and hats, and boaters usually get wet going through tunnels anyway. But as a marketing ploy, we will sell umbrellas before they go into the wash.
Obviously not quite so good if you're on perhaps a cruiser stern, but at least on a trad or semi-trad you can shelter a little bit amongst the metalwork.
Yes, different designs of boats will have different problems, but nothing that can't be overcome with modern technology.
So let's just get this straight though. You go in the tunnel and there's jets. I know that when I've taken my car to a car wash, merely jetting alone isn't sufficient. You normally have to have rollers and brushes. Is that something you're going to include?
Oh, absolutely. It'd be a three-stage wash system, very much like a car wash would be. After all, that's what inspired the project. It will be a pre-wash system, an intense wash system, and then a drying system at the end. So when the boat comes out, the bit sticking out of the water anyway will be fairly dry.
A lot of boaters obviously have things on their roofs, and if there are whirling brushes and robotic arms, this stuff could be swept into the canal. Have you thought about that?
Yes, there's a couple of possibilities that we can look into there, particularly barges running down the side as catching boats. So anything rolling off the boat will fall into the barges and then be retrieved later on.
Ah, that's ingenious. And of course, many people will highlight possibly, and again, I'm sure you've thought of this, the environmental aspect of the detergent going into the canals.
Yes, the environmental issue was a concern to a couple of local groups, in particular the Warwickshire Fish Lovers and the National Association for the Protection of Insects. But we took them down to our laboratories at Port Sunlight and showed them the detergents we propose to use. They're very, very environmentally friendly, biodegradable, and they're made from the bark of the trees of the Amazon rainforest. So very, very environmentally friendly.
Obviously you're hoping for big things from this boat washing programme, but is there any bigger expansion even after that?
Well, we feel that this is going to be a great success, and once it has been established and is generating a reasonable income, we can then expand on it. There would be a plan maybe to have a tourist attraction spot with a cafe there, maybe a laundrette so you can wash your clothes and your boat, and a creche.
And perhaps some baths as well, and then boaters can wash themselves.
We have been looking into the possibility of the first float-through bar and bistro, canal-side vending machines, and also a float-through dry cleaners.
A dry cleaners, you say, somewhat at odds with the damp nature of the boating environment.
Yes, we feel that with a boat wash using a phenomenal amount of water, a dry cleaners would redress the balance.
A sort of carbon offset, but in water terms.
Absolutely, yes.
This all sounds splendid and I can hardly wait to try it. Professor Lia, thank you very much indeed for coming along and telling me about it. Well, if you'd like to know more, there are full details on the Good Professor's own YouTube channel, and I will leave a link to that in the video description below. I understand you are looking for feedback and ideas and really wanting to test the market as well, so if anyone's got any comments or questions, do drop them down in the comments below and the Professor will be sure to give you an appropriate answer. Thanks for watching.
Can I go now?
Yeah, go on. Now, but hang on a minute. The boat is going to be standing at the back here. Are they not going to get rather damp?
Possibly. Sorry. What was
Rime and bird poo.
Sorry,
and
made myself laugh then.
I love the submarine wash.
Don't know where that came from.
You know the outtakes are going to end up on the end of the video.
Where did that come from? I don't know.
No, that was inspired. Inspired. Ready?
No.
No.
Oh, once I've gone, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Okay, we'll try it again.
Okay.
And also a float through dry cleaners. That was you. I was doing all right for a minute there.
Yeah, dry cleaners. No. Come on.
Why is dry cleaners funny? I don't know.
Oh, come on. I can't do it. I can't say dry cleaners without laughing.